everyone, and welcome. I thought the gang's all here. We might as well go ahead and go live. So I thought we'd just go ahead and get started a little bit early. I see a lot of people in the chat. I'll just kind of roll through. We've got Blossom and Anne. We've got Lala. We've got Christopher and Jim. I think I said Anne. Anyway, welcome everyone. So I'm glad you're here. So I got my hair cut. My nephew cut it about 6 inches off of it. So hey Linda, welcome. Glad you could join us. So Jay was right. I am going to be working with Kendra's Card Challenge, and we're going to bust up the Merry Moments kit. Let me just bring this in real quick and show you. Hang on, I'm going to switch screens. And I've got Sunday night written on here because I had everything prepared and they're ready to go. But this is the Merry Moments Christmas card kit. I got most of the things out of here. A few things I've got laid out so I can grab and add some extras. But I did take Kendra's Card Challenge and I die cut 6 pieces of 6x6 cardstock, and I've got 15 cards ready. So if you're not familiar, you can check out Kendra's Card Challenge at this right here, and it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. So I was gonna show you, I don't know. Hey Jay, welcome. As Jay was doing his craft roulette and I asked Denise what the parameters were, and Denise answered and stuff. I popped into LV Handcrafts craft along the other night, and she was making a shutter card. It was a mystery craft along where they don't really know what they're making. They're just told. And I got in there at step 9 and I thought, I'm going to make that really quick. So I made this, and I think this card might work for craft roulette. The little guy here he's kind of got some snowflakes on his outfit and in his so that could be from the sky. And then we've got kind of an interesting fold, which could be the map fold. And then I've got 3 little elements here in a row, and we've got planner colors. So I think this could actually work. But this was super fun. So this is a 5x7 card, and it's got the shutter fold. And look, we've got a little dog reading a book inside there. This was November card kit from Love from Lizzie, and it is so darling. All these little characters with the ephemera, and then you have the books and stuff too, but super cute. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that really quick because I thought it kind of met the parameters of craft roulette. Anyway, so we've got Linda G here. And let's see. Oh, thanks, Lala. Lala's got the link in there. Hey, Wims. Glad you could make it. Anyway, so let's get started. So what I did was the other night I just sat and I got my sketches already. And I don't know if I'm going to like them or what. I was kind of looking at them and I'm like, what was I thinking? Some of the things I chose, but we're just going to crank it out. Hi, Harley lady. Teresa, welcome. Oh gosh, Jay's front door was jammed. Oh my goodness. So we did go to church this morning, but I really felt like we probably could have canceled because it was very icy. We had gotten all that snow, and then at some point in the night it decided to rain. And so then we had quite a bit of ice on the kind of on the roads in town. So I don't know how they were out of town, but it seemed like every road we took on the way to church was covered in ice. But anyway, we wound up not going to Sunday school and just having a church service. But and I was worried because we have a lot of older people that go to our church. But anyway, we didn't have a really big crowd. A lot of them did stay inside. But anyway, so what I did was I taped this up so I would kind of remember what I was doing. I'm using the mint tape and pulling it off. Yeah, Jay said, plus people drive bad. Yeah, they do. We had a 15 car pileup on the highway in the area near our home. And of course, there was like a 50 car pileup somewhere else. I think it was it? I think it was in Indiana as well. So lots of bad accidents over the weekend. So Anyway, but we've been inside most of the time. All right, so I've got my pattern paper all cut, and this particular sketch actually calls for 3, 6, 8 squares that are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, and then the layering. So I've got my card base here, and I'm choosing to use some of the pattern paper to layer up for just to really blow up this kit. I'm trying to get rid of this kit. Now, I will tell you, these Spellbinders kits, I think you could make all your cards for this year and all your cards for next year and have enough. I have used all of the pre-made card bases that was included in the kit, and they did include A2 and 5x7. And I have used all those up, so I'm using my own card bases, but literally there is enough ephemera in here that I'm sure you could make 2 years worth of Christmas cards and have enough. And you guys all know I have made a ton of Christmas cards because I've been making them since July. So I'm going to finish this up just to blow this kit up and hopefully get it out of my craft room. I do have some people that are going to come over and that can choose what Christmas cards they'd like to use to send out because I have more than enough. I'm also going to take some to the nursing home as well. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. But I thought it'd be fun to play with this. So the cutting guides, etc., will be part of the free download printables. Okay, so Lala's kind of given a little synopsis on Kendra's Card Challenge. Yeah, I'm good. Basically, you can join as a free member and you can get the cutting guide and the sketches and participate in the challenge. And there are actually 3 chances to win each quarter. The challenge runs for a quarter. We're on 20. We're getting ready to move into 21. And it runs 3 quarters. And you can make a set of 15, take a single picture, and enter for a chance to win prizes. Now, I actually labeled these envelope 1, pattern paper D, because I wanted to kind of put them in a certain order on here. And so you don't have to do that. You can mix and match. We always say you can make this your own. I think I have been with Kendra's Card Challenge since, oh gosh, I want to say I might have been a guest at 10 or 11 and I've been on ever since. So I've been playing for a while and it's a lot of fun. So we have different hops and live streams and stuff like that that make it kind of fun to follow along. Anyway, I should have kind of checked to see if I was getting these positioned right because it's looking kind of tight. I think this one needs to go over a little bit. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm on a wing and a prayer here, but it'll be okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade card. So Jay says they haven't done a full KCC in forever. I did submit one for November. I got a mystery card, full mystery kit from Kendra, which is one of the benefits of the VIP level. If you're a paying member, you get that benefit. And she sent enough stuff in that mystery kit that I was able to do all 15. And I did all 15. In fact, did it run already? It might be upcoming. I can't remember. But I did go ahead and submit the cards. Anyway, so we just had a Pink and Maine hop over the weekend with Pink and Maine, and I did a snowman card. It was super fun. Let's see. Cordelia said she thinks she did one 2 quarters ago. Yeah, we've all kind of gotten behind. Oh, email or hello from Michigan. Yeah, welcome. I think I missed you when I was running through who all is there. So I, of course, do. The one fun thing about it is, for those that don't know about it, is you don't have to do all 15 cards. You can just look at the sketch and make the sketch individually. You can do it that way. And I do a lot of them that way. I like to do them that way. And so I do a lot of them that way. And then you don't have to cut up 6 sheets of pattern paper. But it certainly is a good way to make a whole bunch of cards very easily. I'm moving this because I want to set it up a little bit higher. And if I go this slow on everything, we're not going to get through very many of these. So, anywho, now I want to make sure this is C. Yeah. Anyway, so we get this laid down. What I was trying to think, we actually had plans to go out the other night, and we were going to go out of town, and we actually canceled because the roads were so bad. So we've been kind of just hunkered down. And Pat decided that this weather is good for chili, so he is preparing to make some chili so that we'll have some chili for tomorrow. So it's good weather for. The problem is I've been just doing all this snacking and everything. We had Thanksgiving at our house and I hosted, and so I had all of the food, and I am just eating all of the leftovers. Just trying to see what was going on in the chest. Cordelia says, "How are you? I hope you've recovered from getting a message at like 3 a.m. in the morning." And Lala says she loves getting those messages. Not kidding. Yeah. Lala, if it's, let's see, what time is it here? 8 o'clock. So it's probably 8 a.m. there, or it might be 7 a. I don't know with the time change if we're an hour off, but it's either 7 or 8 or 8 or 9, depending on which way the time changes. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this is basically the sketch. You've got all of these, and then it shows kind of a bigger element here that you can add. It has a layer behind it, but I thought this would be kind of fun because it's got layers with it. And so it's one big piece of ephemera that I can get rid of from this kit and get laid down on here. So I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing and just kind of get it positioned on here. And it kind of follows our sketch. Now I was kind of thinking about pulling this white piece out. This is 3, well, it's more than 3 because we've got our sentiments, but I was thinking about pulling this middle piece out and leaving kind of our sentiment there and showing the blue in between it like that. And I think that looks nice. So I basically just pulled the frame out of that and did that. So we're gonna lay that aside. That was just an idea I had just to show that layer that's behind there. And then while I was sitting there watching Jay, I thought I could bring it. It's 8:09 a.m. for Lala, so it is 12 hours. I was thinking it was. Let's see, what am I seeing? If we have an award for the year for the fastest, awesome. Oh, Lala, I am known as the fastest crafter among our crafty friends because I do get a lot done. But I was thinking we could add some of these elements because I've even wrote myself a note, add extra stuff so that I will use up this stuff and get it out of here. So I've got, I don't know, is this a partridge in a pear tree and another pear? And then I've got a little bow. And so as I was sitting there watching Jay, I thought I'm going to add this stuff to it. So we'll have some extra stuff. Let's bring in some. I had to do a massive cleanup right before we went live because I was making a mess. I don't know if you guys saw that short the other night. While I was making this card, I was destroying my craft room. And so when I got done, I looked around, I was like, holy moly. So I made a short of my craft room and it was such a mess. It was hysterical. And we had a snowstorm and this is what was left behind. It was pretty funny. But I got pretty good views on that. But anyway, you saw that? It was funny. I was like, oh my gosh, because I don't operate in a mess at all. And so when I looked up and I was like, oh, holy moly. And part of the problem was I was behind because I came in on the 9th clue. And so I was just cutting stuff by what they were trying to look and see what they were doing. And I was doing it wrong. And so I had all of these green and red scraps all over my desk. So it was kind of a disaster. But anyway. But it was fun. I was glad. I've never done a shutter card before, so that was fun to do. Lala was on there, and she was doing it. I think, Lala, you probably have done it before. Yes, we are. We are a very supportive community of one another for sure. Um, and that's the one thing about when I was thinking about YouTube and doing it that I was fearful of was just you know, people not being nice and just, you know, kind of meanness or whatever. And we have a great community. So really pleased with that. So I'm going to stick this bow on here, and we're going to call this sketch one complete. And we've got lots of goodies on here. Oh, Jay's, be right back. Cordelia needs to get something. Jay, you was thinking he wasn't feeling well. I wondered if I thought he sounded like a little froggy. And I know at one point he left to go get a drink. So I wondered if he was under the weather. I didn't know. So hopefully not. Maybe Lala knows because she probably would have been in the chat with him before they got started. But anyway, so Brian led the little MCA. Did I put this on wrong? I did. All right, we're gonna have to do craft surgery. Look at that. I put that on there wrong. All right, well, let's fix that right now while we got, I went to open it and I'm like, something's not right here. So these things happen. I'm pretty sure we've all done it. I know I've done it multiple times. There we go. We're gonna fix that. And we're gonna remedy that right now. And while we're at it, let's go ahead. My sister will be happy. I'm gonna put my stamp on it. Okay, there we go. And we'll just glue this down and we're gonna have a good solid panel. So I tell you, I've done that a few times. It does happen. If you, especially if you're chatting and alive and not paying attention to what you're doing, you can get your card laid down on there wrong. So hopefully this card base is pretty even. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, problem solved. There we go. All right. You could use ridiculous amounts of Spellbinders ephemera. Well, I can send you some because I got ridiculous amounts here. I mean, you saw what was in that box, and that was just certain things because I've separated it. I've got stuff in here, and then I have all of the stickers over here, and I've got the puffy pieces and the die cut pieces, and we've got wax seals. And I've got all of this over to the side so that I can just reach and grab stuff as we go and add it. So, okay, there's sketch one. So we're 15 minutes in and I've only got one done. All right, let's get moving. So for sketch two, we're going to do, this is another one. Now this, for those of you who haven't played with Kendra's Card Challenge, this is a challenge that has a lot of small pieces. They're not always like this. Sometimes they're just larger pieces, but there are a lot of small pieces with this particular challenge. I think more so than others. Would you guys agree with me, Lala and Jay, that it seems like this one's got more than normal? Anyway, so again, here I've just got some washi tape that I put on here, and I was doing this the other night in my jammies, and I was sticking the washi tape to my jammas to kind of pick up some fuzz so that hopefully it wouldn't tear this pattern paper, because this pattern paper is pretty thin. So that is one thing about the pattern paper that is in the kit. It is fairly thin paper. But normally you're not taping it up like this. I was doing this so I could kind of remember what I was doing. And I tried to add lots of bells and whistles to this. I've got buttons on here. So, all right, let's just pull this off. I should have left it stuck and then did it. Now here's the surprise. I have die cut out the circle of that, and I'm going to layer over it. So Lala has to go to a meeting, and she said she hopes everyone has an awesome crafty day and join till the end. Please don't forget to show some love for Shanna. Hit the like button. Thank you, Lala. I appreciate that plug. I hope you have a great meeting and a great day. And are you going to be doing an advent calendar tomorrow? I'm starting the Spellbinders advent calendar tomorrow on my channel. Actually, I'll have two videos because we have club kits and we have advent calendar. So I'm glad I checked that card base because it was also in the other direction. So I think I just shoved them into the sleeve after I had put all the bits and pieces together. So we're going to do that. Now let's see if we can slide these off of here. Now this panel here I already had embossed and had laying in the kit, so I'm just going to use it because it was already there and it was embossed. It wasn't, I didn't emboss it very well because it's not got a very deep embossing. I don't know if I didn't have the right sandwich or what, but it'll be fine. We're going to use it. So anyway, so Jay's got a birthday coming up. I made note of that in my calendar. I knew last year, but I just forget, and I couldn't remember what it was. So it's hard to keep track of everyone. So my dad actually has a birthday coming up. I believe he will be 87 on the 13th of December. We're going to have a pizza party here at my house for him. So, all right, where's my sketch at? I need to get my ducks in a row here. All right, or I should say my pattern paper in a row. I think I'm going to just put my little guys right on these, and then I can just do them all at once. This is how we're going to do it. I thought it would be fun to use these nutcrackers with this, I don't know, star pattern paper. I just thought that'd be fun. Lynn and Kat of Cat Scrappiness share his birthday. I think I remember that now. That's right. Well, fun. It's a busy day. It's a busy day that day. It's a busy day for the crafty community. For all of those people that have the same birthday. Mine's in June, and it's just perfect in my mind because every 6 months I get some presents. All right, now this one goes here, this one goes here, and then all that stuff goes there. So let's just start getting it laid down. This is card sketch 2. Anne says it's 2:18 a.m. there, and I kind of remember that. I know that you're up late to watch, so I appreciate that. But if you need to get to bed, I totally understand it. I know sometimes I will watch videos while I'm laying in bed just to try and help me go to sleep, and sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I will put on videos and so that it'll help me to go back to sleep. I did pick up some new AirPods the other day. They were on sale at Walmart, and I got some because the ones I have keep dying on me. And when you wake up in the night, you want to watch something. I don't want to wake my husband up, so I have to wear earphones so he doesn't wake him up. So I've got me some new ones, and so I'm good to go. I'm just kind of working my way around this card and getting this laid down here, trying to space it out kind of evenly. I think we're getting it. And then we're going to line this one up. So let's see. You watch yours when it pops up at 3 a.m. I know you do, Denise. I didn't have one. What day was it? Friday or Saturday? I don't know. One of those days. I thought, you know what? It's the holidays. I'm just going to let it go. And so I did. And somebody said, oh, Daria said, oh, you didn't have a video for me to watch when she was doing her physical therapy. She said, I always watch your video during physical therapy and you didn't have one. And I said, well, kind of took the day off, gave myself a little bit of a break, but I'm making up for it. I did throw that short in there, and then I'm running 2 tomorrow. So, oh, and so sometimes she falls asleep after she says hi, and that is completely fine. And if you're falling asleep and the video's still running, hey, that counts. So we appreciate it. Okay, so then this has like a 2-layer, and it kind of has the measurements on there. Now I'm going rogue on that. I'm just going to add some stuff that I think will fit in there. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm not even sure what I've got here. I feel like it's a sticker. Oh, okay, it's like a banner. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of layer it up. And I'm not sure if I wanted to have... I didn't really know what I had here, so I'm just going to wing it. We're going to wing it. I just thought it was like a rectangular box, but it's actually a banner. And I'm trying to get it centered, but I'm not doing a very good job with it. So yeah, Jay, do you have the Spellbinders Advent Calendar? I thought you had a couple. Can't remember which ones you had. Denise says sometimes she has to rewatch because she falls back asleep. Yeah, I know. I have got some interesting things that I'm watching these days. I've got this, I don't, I think it's called Like Him. It's a single gal that builds these huts, like is building a hut for her and her little baby to live in. And it's very interesting. And I've been watching that since vacation. I've started watching it. And then I just picked up some guy, I don't even know what the channel name is, that bought a house really cheap on a big piece of property. And it's like a mess. And he is bit by bit bringing it back together. And I love stuff like that. I love DIY and, where you. I also watch Midwest Cleaning, which is another channel I love to watch, but when I'm not watching crafty videos. So anyway. So I thought I would just put, is this one pop out? No. Okay. I thought I'd just put a couple buttons on here since I was kind of bringing in the gold theme and just kind of fill that in and use some of that up. And I think that looks cute. Now, is there anything else I can throw on there? I think we got a lot going on. It's fairly busy. I don't think we need anything else on this particular one. Just looking, I've got another bow we could add. I don't think we need that. All right, we're going to move on. So we've got our second card. We are 24 minutes in. We're not moving along very quickly, but we'll just keep going. So this is sketch 3, and I've got a little bit of a floral thing going on here. What am I doing with these bags? There's one. There we go. Try and keep them organized. And I've got some mirrored gold cardstock here, and it's kind of blinding when you try to look at it with all the lights that I've got going on. And I am going to use some double-sided tape because I don't like to glue down. Blossom, I've never had or done an advent calendar or anything, but I think they are neat and they sound fun to have. They are, the first year I saw them, oh, I wanted it so bad, but it was too late. And so then the next year, and I'm talking specifically about Spellbinders, I thought I am going to get that thing. And so I've done it for, I think this will be my 3rd year that I've done the Spellbinders one. I haven't really branched out and tried anybody else's, and I'm putting plenty of tape on here. I don't need this much. Anybody else's advent calendar. I'd like to try Pink and Main. I love Pink and Main, and I'd like to try her advent calendar. I feel like Jay, you do like that. The holidays, it's hard to make overly busy cards. Yeah. Jay, did you have Pink and Main, or you were looking at Pink and Main, or somebody? I don't know. Somebody in our crafty circle had the Pink and Main. I was thinking he had it last year, but I don't remember. And I don't know. I really doing 2 of them just seems a little bit hard for me because of all the stuff that I run on my channel. Like I'm gonna have an Advent every day, 1 through 24, and then I'm also gonna have other required commitments they're gonna run. So there's gonna be probably several days that I'll have multiple videos running. So we'll see how that goes. I did it last year though. I remember, I will tell you, you guys know I run a video every day on my channel for the most part. And I got started doing that after the advent calendar because I ran it every day. And I thought, this isn't sustainable. I got this on there terribly crooked, so I'm going to pull it off. And I thought, I can't do this. But I started doing it, and I've been doing it ever since. So the advent calendar is what started me making a video every day. Oh, this is a nightmare. And I've done it ever since. So I said to myself, it's not sustainable, but I've gotten pretty good at it. Really, you just have to do one video a day. But I normally try to get ahead more than that. So I'm having a heck of a time getting this laid down on there, and I've got glue on my fingers. So try and get the glue clean. It's not going to show because we're going to layer up. But anyway, yeah, I try to, if I can get it, if I have a couple of videos loaded, I feel like I'm good. And usually what I do is, rumor has it, you may, let me see. Well, I'm missing the chat. I got to check this out. Rumor has it that you might get a mink for your birthday. Oh, that'd be nice. You, you oh, you haven't had the pink and Maine? Yeah. Oh, it is spendy? Okay. You found an old Stampin' Up swap box. Found like 50 cards. Huh, that's nice. Forget what I was going to say. Anyway, what I normally do is I'll do like my required videos as soon as I get the product and get them out of the way so that I don't have to worry if I get behind or whatever. I've got my commitments met. And so I try to do that, and then I just backfill with everything else. But anyway, but it's fun. I have had a blast going through last year's Christmas product from Spellbinders that I had forgotten that I had and I found in a bin. That was super fun. And then also revisiting some of the things that were released in July and just playing with them again. I just felt good about it because I um, played with them multiple times. And so I felt like I'm getting my use out of it. So your very query proof neighbor isn't coming this year. Oh, your craft fair, your neighbor that is normally right next to you is not going to be there this year. Well, that's kind of sad. I know it's always fun when you got somebody, next to you that you know and you can kind of chit chat with and hang out with. So that's too bad. I used to do craft fairs all the time. Different. I didn't do cards. My daughter and I did. She made wreaths, and I did like macrame type stuff, and we sold them at. These were like summer markets where you're out, open air markets, and that was fun. We had a good time doing that year. But I haven't done it in a long time. It is fun. Now, I did have one of my past employees tell me that there is a really neat place that's doing like a market for handmade items that you can just put your stuff in and they'll sell it for you. And it's nearby. And she said, "Oh, you need to do that." And I think that'd be fun. I think it's a good idea. I should try it. But she was an impressionistic painter, but every year did quirky projects. Okay. I wasn't sure what you were putting there. She had topiary gnomes. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. So we've got part of this laid down and I've got this all taped up. So I was trying to remember what I was doing. Looks like I was going to put some postage stamps on these plainer pieces of paper just to try and use some of that up. And I just it's just a colored pencil and put the sketch on the back of it. And normally I did it a little bit different this time when I assembled my envelopes. Normally I cut it and put it in each envelope as I go. And this time I just made piles and I stacked them and then I put them in the envelope. And I actually think that it worked better. So I don't know why that was the first time I've ever done it that way. Every other time I cut it, stuff it, cut it, stuff it. And I found that occasionally I had stuffed it in the wrong envelope. So I think it worked out better when I just wrote the number on them. And I actually turned them all upside down in a row and I just stuck them. And it went pretty smooth. So that was a new way for me to do it as opposed to how I normally do it when I do a whole set of 15. So we've got some pretty festive paper here. Magnetic brooches. That's interesting. I guess that way you don't have to stick a pin through your clothing, I guess. I need to do some vinyl. I've got my sister's cup. I still haven't got it done for her that she got. And I need to get, I'm going to put, I think, a sunflower on there, and then I'm going to put her granddaughter's names on it because they got it for her. So I need to get that done. I did fix my dad's cup. He has a cup that he drinks coffee out of when we play games. And the vinyl was coming off, and so I got it fixed, but I need to get my sister's cup done. But I like lots of different crafts, not just card making. I like to do a lot of different things. This one's not coming off as easy. What's the problem here? I enjoy the stitching dies too. I'm still working on that gnome for that gal that couldn't make it to the little gnome thing at church. I've about got it finished. I just need to get it finished. The good news is she hasn't been at church expecting it, so I don't like to make people wait, but she hasn't been there, so I'm glad about that. So I've got these little, normally I wouldn't know what to do with these little stamps on these things, and so I thought we'll just fill in that open space there. Now this one, you've got kind of, it says any shape, and it kind of gives you a dimension that would work, but you can use anything. And I'm going to use this holly berry and put it on there. And we're going to pop it up. I'm using up all of this. I got this off of Amazon. It's a foam tape holder, and I'm going to use these little strips up and get rid of them. I hope my heater isn't too loud. It is running, and it seems very loud to me when I'm doing videos and stuff, but usually I don't think you hear it as bad as I think you do. If it is bothering you, holler at me. I've got a remote and I can turn it off. Yeah, oh yeah, I love Spellbinders florals. Yeah, you can make some amazing clusters. Now this is, just the ephemera, but you could certainly, with their dies, do a lot too. So we've got that. I think that looks pretty. Now I also have in here, I have some additional greenery that we might be able to maybe add on here, and I don't know if I want to do that or not. I could use some of it up. What else do I have? Well, that's kind of wanting to stick. I think that's found its home because the foam tape grabbed a hold of it, and we're just going to lay it down on there. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. We've got holly berries, and lots of different things that we could add if we wanted to. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And we've got card sketch 3. Now I haven't put a sentiment on this. I have these. I probably need to put sentiments on there so that I get it done, because I'm going to be in a world of hurt working with all these cards and not having sentiments on the insides of them. So let's get that done while we're at it. I have got some that I stamped. This kit also came with a stamp set, and I've stamped up several of these things, and I've got them here. So I think for this one, I'm just going to use the season's greetings and put it on the inside of the card. Now, we have some, let's see. We have lots of decorative strips and stuff that we could bring in as well. I don't know if any of these will work for it or not. All right, let's go ahead and lay this down. Oops, got some trash on there. Sit back down on my stool. That looks nice. And I think, let's put this on the inside and we'll use it up. The die set, oh, is that Christmas sentiment? Jay's talking about the Christmas sentiment that is a 3 layer die. It's really cool. Yeah, that is a great die set. I hope your team isn't too big. Is Denise? Oh, she's going to make coworkers gifts for her team. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds really fun, Denise. All right, we're going to go with that. We've got it. We can stamp the back. Yay. Christmas magic for this one. I think we're going to take and put, we've got Christmas magic and we've got this gold on here. So I think I'm going to bring this Merry Christmas in and just lay it down on the inside of this one. We're going to get these done. So they'll be ready to go. Merry Christmas. All right, what have I got on the front of this? I've got the Nutcracker. I have a Nutcracker head somewhere. Right here. We're going to bring that thing in. We're going to match this stuff up and use it. This is why I put that sticky note that says add extra stuff. Because there is a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. So we're going to add it. Will that one fit too? There we go. All right, we got some stuff inside that one. Okay, so we've got 3. Let's just keep going and let's see what we can do. Oh, I've got foam tape. We have got number 4. So I need to move on to my next page. And, oh, this one's got several strips in a row, and I think I've taped them together so that I can work with it already. I think I planned ahead for that. Yes, and I've actually got a sentiment there, and okay. So this one we're going to go a little bit dark. We're going to bring some black in, and we're going to layer this up. We've got a sentiment here that I've heat embossed with black. This is Christmas cheer. We're going to use that. And oh, it looks like I went ahead and assembled this because I used something that I had cut a rectangle out of the center of, and I had just a very small amount there. And so I went ahead and glued it up as I was preparing for this. So that will speed things up a little bit. Very nice. Now this one is like a landscape card instead of a portrait. So get this laid down on here. This card base is a little bit off, and I'm not trusting myself with the guillotine, so I'm just going to take and it's only in one spot, so I'm just going to take these big Tim Holtz scissors and just trim this bad boy up. There we go. So this one, you've got several strips that all go together, and I just went ahead and I put them together and I taped them up with some washi tape. And we're going to get it laid down on here. So hopefully this will go together pretty quick. If we don't, I don't know how many we're going to get through on our live tonight, but I can probably finish it up in another video if I need to. So I'm going to just get this laid down on here, I think. I actually like this design here. So there we go. That is essentially the sketch. And then it has a large sentiment that goes across here like this. And I, for some reason, just stuck some greenery here. I think we could do better than that. We will. Okay, I wonder if I have, what did I do with that? I had a corner rounder sitting, there it is, sitting out. I wonder if I can, this doesn't work great, but I need to get a better one, but I thought I would round the corners. The sketch shows rounded corners. Not that I necessarily have to do that, but I just thought it would be a good idea. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and put some foam on it. Oh my goodness, we still have tons and tons of stuff that we can add. There it is. I thought I had a big wide piece of foam we could lay on here. There we go. So, just 4 coworkers? Is that what Denise is saying? She just has 4 coworkers. Kind of losing the. That's good. Not too bad. So that'll be fun to have like a little gift exchange. My sister was talking about her party that she said, I don't think they had the date set or whatever, but she said they do a little exchange. And I thought, well, that sounds fun. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with that original thought there and kind of put it down. And then we'll add some stuff to it, hopefully. Okay. So there's that. And then I think I have some more flowers in here, I hope, since I just stuck that down. I know that I have the holly, and that could be fun, kind of popped up on there. Let me look. I've got another one that's got a darker leaf. That might work with it. Do that. I can't believe that I wouldn't have any more flowers. So we'll look through here. I've got all of this stuff everywhere. All right. I think we're just going to add these holly leaves to it. Try to decide where I want it. Maybe like that. So we'll just bring in a little piece of foam tape. Let's see. 2 other nurses and a CNA and a unit clerk. Just 4. Blossom says, I finally have all my bases cut and covered now. I just have to punch and bind my planner pages that I prep to go into the planners. Phew. She's a bit tired. You've been busy. I saw you were you testing? Were you testing your YouTube channel again? Doing some something. I think I thought I saw that you were testing it. Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else we can add to this. Christmas chair. Season's greetings. I think we'll put season's greetings on the inside because we have got, wait a minute. I think I'm going to use this sticker that says Merry Christmas. No, let's go season's greetings since we've already said we've got Christmas on the front. So we'll just go with season's greetings. And I'll tell you, the white doesn't match the white of the card base very, very well, but we're going to go with it. This is Nina Solar White, and I don't know what this is, but it is not, it's not a white. I'm looking for that little piece that I was pulling all those banners off on because we could throw some more of those down. I've got too much junk. Here we go. Trying to get my color scheme that I've got going here. Let's just put this little Santa stamp on it. We'll add this to the inside. And then we'll add this one on the other side. We got a little poinsettia there too. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's just do it like that. And we will just keep going. Let's just add them all. Put them in a row. We're going to make like a row of these. Am I going to have enough room for another one? There we go. Okay, so we got some stuff laid down on that one. Let's see. Anne says there was a lot in that kit. Maybe I'll order from Spellbinders UK Merry Moments limited edition. Yeah, that's what this is. Yep. You did 50 planners? Man, that's a lot. Whew. That would be a lot. Okay, we can put that on the inside. All right, so we have got 4. Let's see if we can get a 5th one done. What time is it? Oh yeah, we can get more done. Now this one is a candy cane thing. So this is sketch 5. And my sketch 5, we have a 3, like a square and 2 rectangles that are going to go on it. And it looks like I've already got it kind of mapped out, and I did some gluing, so I saved myself some time. Let's make sure we open this the right way before we start gluing. I keep laying stuff over to the side and I can't find anything. Okay, so let's see what's gone. Oh yeah, Jay's saying sometimes they'll have the ephemera packs in there as well that you can add on if you need to, which I think you get plenty in here. Blossom says she still haven't started the usual 37 for her friends and family. Now this one, I left the white border around it. I think it called for another layer, and I decided that white would look good with this. And then I was going to frame my little pieces out in white, and it'll kind of make it look a little bit more like a cleaner look to it, and not quite as busy as some of the other ones. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get these laid down on here. Like that. Is it straight? I think it is. I did a junk journal one time, but it wasn't. I don't even know that it was called junk journal. It was one that you just, well, maybe it was. But I didn't build it from scratch. I filled it in. I didn't actually build it from scratch. A gal that I worked with was doing it, and we actually kind of bought the binder, and then we added all the junk on the inside. I guess it's junk journaling. I didn't create the journal like Dawn and T do. They actually, and VJ, she does. I actually bought a junk journal kit from VJ, and I need to get working on it. I've got it, and I played with it for a minute and was trying to figure out how to do all the little sections and stuff. And then I put it away because I got busy with something else, and I need to get it back out. But I think that sounds kind of fun. And this kit she had was gorgeous. I loved it. She showed it on it was one of her first videos, I think. And she has an Etsy shop, and I was able to purchase it from her Etsy shop. So that was fun. So this just says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have I got that on there straight? I don't believe I do. Let's get this straightened up. Try and get it on there straight. I have to stand up to get it straight. So I'm like a up, down, up, down, up, down. So I'm going to pop out the insides of these little candy canes. And I thought we would just bring them back into this since we have the candy cane paper. I thought that would be fun. And we are on, what are we on? We're on sketch 5. And then we'll put that on there. And we're going to pop it up. I'm getting to the end of this. I'm just going to put one piece on there. I'm not too worried about it. A lot of my cards are given away at church, and so they don't have to go through the mail. Which makes it nice. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Okay. So we've got that. Do we have any more candy canes lying around here that we could put on the inside? Just looking at all my little bits and pieces here. What have we got? I don't think I saw any more candy canes unless it's on a sticker, which I can look at the stickers. And I'm not kidding you guys, there is so much stuff here. You know? I think that would look cute on there. We could add that. Actually, we should add it up here. We'll add it up there. Put that there. Okay. I'm going to use one of these stickers, throw that arrow away, and put on the inside of this card. I'll put Merry Christmas. I think we'll use the red. And these are just kind of clear stickers here. And then you can just lay them on the, oop. Come on, it wanted to stick. Trying to get it lined up somewhat decent. There we go. I should use, when I go to finish the other cards, I ought to use like a lot of these stickers and just slap them on really quick. That'll help me to kind of get through them quicker. All right, so we've got that one. Let's go ahead and stamp this. Hi, Queen Bee. She says she's waving hi to everyone. Blossom, she looks forward to seeing the completed Luigi. So, all right, so we've got another one. So let's go right on to sketch 6. Try and clean up my space here a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. And it looks like I've got some Christmas ornaments for this one. Now this is, I didn't put a card base in here. I must have ran out of card bases at that point. I probably thought I'd be lucky to get 5 done, and we'll just throw some together. So I have die cut the circle out of this for this. It's going to be a landing zone for our ornaments. And so this is our bottom layer, I believe. We'll get it laid down on there. You picked up a garden theme one. Is that a planner? I actually, my planner that I use, I didn't, like I said, I didn't make one. I actually use one. I mean, I heavily use it. It's kind of gardeny looking. It's right here. And it's got all these ferns and leaves and bugs and stuff on it, but it's really pretty. Anyway, that's what I use. And like I said, it's got a lot of stuff in it. Oh, now this panel I had kind of flubbed up with, and I thought I'm not going to waste it. I can use the deboss side, and so that's what I'm going to do. A junk journal. Oh, okay. Blossom says she'll be adding new videos next week. Have a lot going on to recover from the first week. I need to check it out. All right, we'll get this laid down on there. And my heater just kicked off and it got incredibly quiet. Now this one is one in which you take the panel and you split it and then you lay it on there, and that's where the circle comes in. So it is a landscape. I suppose it could be all, it could also be a horizontal. It doesn't matter. You can flip it. But I think I've got the things positioned for a landscape. And so we've got this pretty floral pink pattern paper. I know Jay said he wasn't fond of pink, but I don't mind pink Christmas cards. I've made quite a few of them this season. We're going to get this laid down on here. Now, I know that my husband is waiting because we watched Landman, and we're going to watch it when I get done here. So he's probably waiting on me thinking, when's she going to get done so we can watch this? Okay. Oops. Try and get it lined up fairly decent. There we go. All right, we've got that. And then we have our 3 ornaments. This is kind of what I had in mind there. And I don't know if I particularly like that circle on there like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll go for it. It's what kind of what I had in mind. So we'll give it a whirl. So I think what I'm going to do is overlap these and use a piece of foam tape behind them to pop them up is what I'm going to do. I've got to get some more. So I'm going to just flip them over. Hopefully get them all in the right direction. Like that. Wonder if I should put the red one in the center and then put these on either side of it. I think that would look better. And then we'll just take a little strip of this and we'll get them connected. Dallas, welcome. Glad you could make it. What have you been up to? You're pretty open to all colors, Blossom. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm just going to lay it down there like that. And then we'll get some glue on this and we'll get it laid down. I didn't catch, did you make your craft roulette card the other night? You're enjoying your daughter. She's home? Oh, yeah. I bet you are. I'm sure you missed her. You're used to having her right there at home. And so I didn't catch your live. If you did your craft roulette card, I know you normally do. Well, I was hoping that I had a red, some kind of a dark red sentiment for this. So we're going to go looking, see what we can find. Oh no, that's too busy. I wonder if we could put this Believe in there. I have not used any of these puffy stickers. Let's see. We might do that. Just because I haven't used any of them. And we've got some pink on here. This is a big bee. A very big bee. And I think it says Believe in Magic or whatever, but I'm using magic on another card, so I think I'm just going to put Believe on this one. And I think that'll be sufficient. Girl, nope, you did 4.5-hour de-stash. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Did you get rid of a lot of stuff? A cell? De-stash cell? That's awesome. I think I did scroll past that at one point. Wow, 4.5 hours. I don't think I could do it. That would be long. That'd be a lot of talking too. Not sure I could pull that off. All right, this one's kind of different. But we're using up our bits and pieces. I think the colors work for us. So there's Believe. We've got that one. And I've stuck the insides of this bee to my glass mat. And then we need to put a sentiment on the inside. So we'll just dig around here and see what we can find. Oh gosh, there's a little stocking. I just found a little stocking. That's cute. Some more stuff. Look at all this stuff. Okay. Let's go. Let's put this magical. These colors seem to go with what I've got going on the inside of this card. So let's put magical on the inside here. Just put it in there. And we will go with that. We will stamp the back. Okay. All right, let's go on to 7. It's 9:02. I was trying to get to 10, but I don't think we're going to make it. So this is sketch 7, and I'm going to bring in, well, you know what? We're almost halfway there, so that's good. I've gotten a good start on it. So 7 is this one here. And I've got some circles for this. Not really sure what all I got going on here, but let's just get started. I'm not even sure what these are for. I don't know. I've got a bunch of them. Oh, I know. These were so that you could die cut your circles out of this for this particular card. But I'm going to bring in some circles from the card kit, so we probably won't need that. And then this small piece here was number 7 that goes on the inside, is what it says. So there are some pieces that are remnants that you cut off that she labels that you can use them on the insides of your cards, and usually tells you what sketch number you can put them on. And so I just wrote it on the back so I would know what that was for. Now this is really pretty pattern paper here with the black and the pink and the red. I think it looks really pretty. And this one actually has multiple layers. Gosh, I hate covering up that much of that. But that's what the sketch calls for. So I think I might alter it just a little bit. And I think I'll take 1/4 of an inch off of both sides, and that way we'll see a little bit more of that pattern paper behind it. And we'll just do that. We'll just modify it. And that'll show a little bit more of that. And it'll kind of tie the pink in because we've got pink in the back of that. Do you guys like to craft sitting or standing up? I do a good bit of standing up. I need to sit back down because I'm in the camera there, but I do like to stand up and craft a good bit. Now this one, I don't know what I did. I've got a piece of tape on the back of it, not sure why, but I've also got a strip on here. I went ahead and laid it down. And so we're going to get this laid down on here. The sketch does call for that strip. It's more of a fishtail banner, but it doesn't matter what you use. You can use whatever you want. And I'm going to get this up here. I kind of like this color palette that we got going on with the pink and the black together. And then I think what I was planning to do is use these for my circles. And I think this is cute. Yeah. And then we'll get these laid down on here. And then I have the magic sentiment. All right. So let's go ahead and get our hot air balloon put down. And this is going to be like one of our circles. It's a big one. And then we will we're going to pop up these circles here. And I'm just going to cut some little squares, stick it on there, and we'll pop them up. We have a lot of dimension on this particular card. So how's everybody doing? Kendra loves fishtail banners. Yes. I don't like to cut them. I like to use a die because I don't do a very good job cutting them. That's basically why I say that, but just I'm not good at it. We've got a big fancy M here. And this was the part that would go with this said believe in magic, but it would take a huge card for all that to fit. So I was just going to put magic on this one. I thought it'd be pretty. And it would fill up this big gap that we have down here. And I'm getting froggy. Okay. Oh gosh. Getting all these pieces stuck to my fingers. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what we don't have? Where is the dot to the I? We may have to use, we will. We're going to use an inside piece to dot that I since we don't have it. I've got it right here. Should we use this one maybe? Yeah, we'll just use that one. It's kind of big, but oh, maybe we'll use this other one. There we go. And we've got magic, and I feel like I'm pretty sure I have another believe in here somewhere. I've seen. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. We could do that. No, we don't need that. Okay. All right. I think this card is busy enough on the front of it. So let's just find a sentiment on the one side. I think this could be cute on here. I think we could add magic wishes to this. Is that going to work? No, it is not. It would almost fit on there. La la la. Sparkle season, happy new year, magic. I am just looking for a sentiment. Oh, we do have another one of these little tiny hot air balloon stickers. We'll put it on the inside and add that to the inside. Do we want to put this banner? This says inside too. I don't want to do that. Okay. I'm going to use this just for you and put it on the inside. There we go. And we'll stamp the back of this one. How's everybody doing? Jay says he uses lots of embellishments. It's really, and then Queen Bee says she's waiting on peppermint whipped cream and ice cream to be brought to the store I shop at so I can buy 2 of each. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I did not eat dinner tonight, which I don't need to eat because I've eaten so much lately. I need to probably take a break. I'm going to do one more and we're going to wrap up the live. The reason why I'm doing one more is so that I'll be more than halfway done because we will have 8 of our 15 and I will be pleased with that. And then I can finish them up at another time. So I've got my card base, which I put in there. I must have just skipped that one and not had it in there. Oops, I'm getting things stuck together here with my washi tape. And we've got a piece of craft kind of colored cardstock here. And I thought it would match nice with the stripes that we've got. This stripe kind of has that crafty color in there. And so I thought it would match nice. Now, what we are on 8. So this one has a panel going here and then one going across. So, but we do have a lot of layers. So this is our next layer. I think it's going to come together pretty quickly too. And we'll get it laid down on here. So for those of you who have not played with Kendra's Card Challenge, you can see how, if you're lacking in inspiration or you just don't have any card ideas, this is something that will give you ideas for your cards. It'll really help you kind of jumpstart your creativity by just giving you the layers, and the pattern paper and the design, and then you can just take off and really get going. And if you do the 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper and the cutting guide, you're going to have the 15, and you can crank 15 cards out really quick, which I think is awesome for Christmas because usually we have a lot of cards we like to do at Christmas. So this goes clear up to the top. So I want to do this. And then this one is going to go across here like this. And we're adding just a little sparkle with our layering. And then on this one, I kind of did the opposite. And I'm going to layer that on top of that. That's what I'm going to do. And I think I was using scraps. I thought, oh, that kind of looked like, oh no, I used a cutting guide on this particular one. Okay, there we go. And that's going to go down there. Like that. And then this is just like the design because we've got a circle. It has a double layered, but I thought with that gold around there, it kind of makes it look like a double layer. So we'll just pop that up. If I can find some foam tape. There we go. We are really getting down to the end of this. I think that's it because the rest of that's not going to come off. Throw that away. Jingle all the way. So there we go. And let us put a Merry Christmas on the inside of this one and finish it off. These stickers have made it really easy to finish the insides of these cards. And I see this. This is cute. I think this would be fun to add this string of lights. Just pull that off. And just lay that down on there. I think that looks really pretty. It's kind of fun. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. You really like this one? Thank you. I like how the inside of that one really turned out. So I can spend some time and just continuing to embellish and add different things to these because, good heavens, I have tons of stuff left. Let me just flip through this stuff really quick. Stickers, stickers, stickers. Kind of like strips of stickers. I haven't put any of these on here. This would be a good one to put one of these on, I think. I think that bow one would be cute on that. Let's do that. It's sticky on the back. So I think I'm just going to put that right on there. Finish that one off. Okay. But anyway, and then I have, like these die cut stickers and even more foam stickers that have, Christmas time. And then these little Santas and holly and all that. Just tons and tons and tons of stuff. I've still got a bunch of ornaments. So anyway, that will finish it up. So I appreciate you guys joining me. Hey, Jim, thanks. Jim's saying thumbs up. Night, night, Delise. Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. And if you guys would hit that thumbs up, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would ask that you might consider that as I am nearing the 3,000 subscriber mark. I'm at, I don't know, 2903 or something like that. So I need just under 100 to get to the 3,000 subscriber mark. And Every goal, every little step is a goal. So I appreciate you guys watching and joining me on Sunday nights. Daria and I will be live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And we're going to be, since we've had snowstorm, we're going to be working with snowmen. So if you want to join us at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we plan to be live and we'll see you guys then. So I hope you have a great week ahead, and I'll talk to you soon and see you in all the crafty spaces. Bye bye.